My wires are going haywire tonight. I don't know what's up with them. They're just going to have to be in the shot. I don't know. But hello, everyone. First of all, everyone that's here in the live, hello, I see you guys. And to anyone watching this on the replay, hello. And thank you so much for all the kind comments on my previous live streams. I see you guys. It's very sweet of you. But we are here for trivia night. This is Adelaide, my axolotl. She's wearing her beautiful winter dress. And it's a little, let me get it up close to the microphone here. Whoop. There we go. It's very tingly, I think. So let's see who's here. We have Candy, we have Veer, DR, Lily Dream, and Kick Rocks. Thanks, Candy. Yeah, she's very sweet. She's here to kick in the new year. Happy New Year, everybody. How was everyone's New Year's Eve? I hope that it was very fun and safe. And I had a nice little one. I think it was CNN or something. Hey, JJ, good to see you. I think it was CNN had a channel set up that was just called Fireworks Around the World. Oh, hey, Lindozy. So, you know, that's my jam, Fireworks Around the World. And it just showed montages of different fireworks shows around the world, and that was awesome. And then my sister and I were watching, and she goes, "Oh, it's 12:02." So we were like, "Oh, Happy New Year!" Hot chocolate sounds wonderful. Oh, I'll show you something else. Hi, Barry. We're top of the morning to you, Barry. I got this at Walmart. It's a salted caramel flavored hot chocolate topper. It's got little marshmallows and chocolate and things to go inside. Hey, Samuel. And I was playing with it while I was setting up for filming the other day, and I was going like this. It's a really nice sound. I'm sorry about that, Veer, that there were rockets in front of your apartment and trash everywhere. That's not a fun New Year's Eve. But yeah, the sprinkles are very yummy. They make the hot chocolate taste like salted caramel, and they sound really good on the microphone. So let's see. Hey, Ditto. With country fans, I watched Nashville. Oh, you watched the Nashville. Gotcha. I know there are like 4 or 5 different ones. I almost watched Miley and Dolly because Dolly Parton is my everything. But then I saw the Fireworks Around the World, and I was like, oh, that's more up my alley. So since we already have a crowd here, why don't we get started on trivia? So let me try to fix this one more time. It's just, there's going to be wires everywhere. I can't deal with it today. The Dolly Parton cake mixes, of course I have, Candy. They're not my favorite flavors, but if I saw them in the store, I definitely get them because I adore Dolly Parton. So as you might have seen from the title, one of the categories we are talking about is World News of 2022. Oh, I'm sorry, your fireworks were canceled in Helsinki. Our fireworks were canceled in Reno because it was snowing. It was really cool. World News of 2022. So I've gone through and picked 55 countries, found headlines that were huge news in that country, and just kind of wrote like a 2-sentence summary, sometimes 1 sentence, sometimes 3 sentences, so that you guys can guess what country I'm talking about. I don't know if Switzerland's in here. I don't think so, actually. Candy, sorry. Just a note, I did not include Ukraine. 1, because it was too easy, and 2, I have Russia in here, so don't worry. Hey, Daryl. I'm sorry you're feeling poorly still. I hope you have a relaxing time. You know, Veer, I almost put the Finnish Prime Minister scandal, but I don't think I included it. I almost put it down. There are a bunch that I skipped over, like I took out a bunch of elections. I took out the French election. I couldn't. Panama made cryptocurrency legal tender and made it so that you can use it to pay their taxes with in the country. But I couldn't phrase that in a way that you could guess it was Panama because there were a couple countries that also did that, mostly in Central America too. So without further ado, hey, Acid Nutria, welcome. We've got some heavy hitters on the trivia. We've got DR, we've got Veer, and we've got Acid Nutria. All of you guys are very fast and very intelligent. Yeah, Ethereum collapse in El Salvador. That's true. Anyway, moving on. So, for example, my example is if I said this country hosted the FIFA World Cup, you would say Qatar. Yes, you would say Qatar. Exactly. Good job, everybody. Qatar. Very good. That one was too easy. I took it off the list. I figured that would be a good example. So, number one. In April, this country's former president, Juan Orlando Hernandez, was extradited to the USA on drug trafficking and money laundering charges. In January, he handed the presidency to the country's first female president, Xiomara Castro. You guys are in the right area of the world, but no one's got it yet. The country's former president, Juan Orlando Hernandez, was extradited to the US on drug trafficking and money laundering charges. It's not Cuba, guys. In January, he handed the presidency to the country's first female president, Xiomara Castro. You guys are circling around it. You guys are very close. It is in Latin America, K-Crocs. Lily Dream got it. It is Honduras. Yes, Honduras is the answer. It is Honduras. Number two. In January, the Hunga Tonga Hunga Ha'apai volcano erupted, creating a tsunami that flooded the capital city of this country. And Acid Nutria got it. It's Tonga. Yes, the answer is Tonga. That was one of the easy ones. I had to throw in the name of the volcano because it's stuck in my head for the rest of my life. Hunga Tonga Hunga Ha'apai. So yeah. Hunga Tonga Hunga Ha'apai. Isn't it cool? It's a neat name. And it's in my head forever. It's like Eyjafjallajökull. It's just there. I have just obscure volcano names in my head forever now. Number three. Relations with France deteriorated throughout the year, beginning in January when this country closed its borders. I should say this country's relations with France deteriorated throughout the year, beginning in January when this country closed its borders. It's not Haiti. I think you can actually still go into Haiti technically, even though I would not recommend it. Not Spain. Spain did not close its borders this year. I'm not sure. Not Andorra. It would never be that. And it's not the UK, guys. The UK did not close its borders to the world, I should say. In January, they closed their borders to the world. Not Japan, even though they did have their borders closed for a while. It's not China, guys. Lily Dream's on the right track. It's not Sierra Leone, but it's very nearby. The fishing boat where they held boats captive. I don't think so. It wouldn't be that. As a Nutri is just guessing West African countries now. We'll see who gets it. It's been a country that's been... Oh, Balerion the Black Dread. I love your name. I was just watching Game of Thrones yesterday. No one's got it yet. Don't worry about Caps, Liam. It's okay. It's good to see you, Liam. No one's got it yet. I'm watching the chat like a hog. Believe me. I'm waiting for someone to pop it up. But it's a country that's... oh, there we go. Ray got it. It's Mali. Good job, Ray. The answer is Mali. So if you wanted to travel to Timbuktu right now, you could not do it. The country is closed right now. And they've had a lot of tangles with France. Yeah, former French colony. That was your big hint as a Nutria, that the France thing. Let's see. Is Mali a former French colony? It is indeed. Number 4. In January, rising fuel prices in this country led to protests and political unrest, which resulted in the removal of Nursultan Nazarbayev from political influence. Acid Nutri got it first. It is Kazakhstan. Yes, it was Kazakhstan. Yes, this was in Kazakhstan. Daryl was not every country, believe me. The protests in January in Kazakhstan were huge, to the point where their former Soviet dictator was removed from power. He had to step down. They did burn a bunch of buildings in Almaty, that's true. Bonus question about Kazakhstan. What did the capital city change its name to in September? The other big news of the year in Kazakhstan. Hey, Daddy Cheese, thank you. Acid Nutrient got it. It is Astana. They changed it to Astana. It was Nur Sultan. They've changed it in September back to Astana. So now all of our maps are wrong. It is now Astana again. No more Nur Sultan. Yes, exactly. Oh, cool. Ditto. Thank you. Number 5. They changed it from in 2019, and now they changed it back in 2022. That's true. In January and September, 2 coups d'etat took place in this country, replacing the leadership each time. The new president, Captain Ibrahim Traore, claimed the 8-month-old government needed to be overthrown due to the inability to control Islamist insurgents. That was a long one. It's not Honduras. So I'm not going to do double countries. Don't worry about that. It is Burkina Faso. Good job, Ray. Ray is on top of the West African political news. Very good, Ray. It was Burkina Faso. Hi, Joe. Very, very good, Ray. Number 6. And I had to be very vague with this one because if I gave too much away, you guys would get it instantly. So I'm very vague in this one. In January, the president of this country, I lost my place. I was looking at Joe's comment. No, sorry, Joe, I won't do that. In January, the president of this country ordered that a fire that has been burning since 1971 should be extinguished. The president of this country ordered that a fire that's been burning since 1971 should be extinguished. And DR got it first. It is Turkmenistan. Yes, talking about the gates of hell, and or as it's nicknamed, it's not really, but the pit to hell. Yes, Candy, exactly. No, Daddy Cheese. It's not the tire fire in Springfield, but yes. Exactly. I couldn't go into more detail about it because, yes, Ditto was created by the Soviets. It was an accident that the Soviets did, and it's still burning today. They haven't put it out, even though a year ago. I'm blanking on his name now. Anyway, the leader of Turkmenistan. Anyway, moving on. Number 7. On January 6th, protesters stormed the Capitol building of this country, launching the first coup attempt in the country's history. And Liam got it first. It's the USA. Correct. That's one of the easy ones. It is the USA. Correct. You guys keep guessing Sri Lanka. Eventually, it's going to pop up. Yes. That was last year, January 6th, 2022. Isn't that wild? Let's see. Yes, 2022 news. Yes, that happened in 2022, didn't it? It was 2021. Was it? It was 2021? Wow, I got that wrong. Anyway, that was 2021. Moving on. I don't know how I got that wrong. Okay, moving on. I always get one question remarkably wrong, even though it's the country that I live in. Number 8. Easy one. The Winter Olympics were held here in February. Thanks, okay. The Winter Olympics were held here in February. Yes, Veer got it first. It is China. Good one. The answer is China. Not Utah, Candy. That was 2002. Oh, Daryl, you're funny. Yes, it is China. Bonus question. Why did nationwide protests sweep the country in November in China? Why did nationwide protests sweep China in November? Yeah, I'll give that to DR lockdown, Jacob put COVID restrictions. The correct answer, LK got it, is the zero COVID policy. Yes, They're protesting the zero COVID policy. Moving on. Number 9. I phrased this really weird. Let me see if I can. Let me just read what I wrote and then I'll try to reword it because I think I phrased it really badly. 129 years ago, France stole countless pieces of sacred art from this country. This year, some were returned, and on February 20th, 26 pieces were put on exhibition. Good job, DR. It is Benin. Very good. Oh, EG got it too. It is Benin. Very, very good, you guys. You guys are so good on your West African political history. Look at that. It's the Benin bronzes. Good job, DR. Was the Benin bronzes. At least 26 of the Benin bronzes. Number 10. Another easy one for you guys. Hold on, I have to. Exactly. On February 24th, this country launched a full-scale invasion of one of its neighbors and declared it had annexed 15% of its land by September. Jacob got it first. It is Russia. Correct. That's another easy one. That was Russia. I try to be as vague as possible again, but it's Russia. Bonus question about Russia. In what city would the Formula One Grand Prix have taken place if it wasn't canceled? In what city would the Formula One Russian Grand Prix have taken place if it wasn't canceled? I should say that. The Formula One Russian Grand Prix. Acid Nutria got it. It was Sochi. Yes, it was in Sochi. Or it would have been in Sochi, but they canceled it because they had invaded Ukraine. It's a good reason to cancel it. Number 11. The only warm Russian city, that's true. In March, this country signed a deal with China, allowing it to deploy Chinese police in case there's civil unrest. Bye, Candy. Thanks so much for joining. I'll see you next week, hopefully. And in the comments, too. In March, this country signed a deal with China, allowing it to deploy Chinese police in case there's civil unrest. You guys haven't caught it yet. Barry's the closest one. Probably should have put an exact date so that, anyway. No one's got it yet. It's a country that throughout this year, or last year, I should say, has become very, very weirdly close with China. Acid Nutria is on the right track, kind of, sort of. Keep going. I would say not this, not this, not this, but there's enough for you guys. EG got it. It's the Solomon Islands. Hey, Mohen, good to see you. Oh, right after Acid Nutria got it, but EG got it first. It is the Solomon Islands. Thank you, Summer. The Solomon Islands. Weirdly close with China and the UK. Daryl, stop. Number 12. This country sent an EU application on March 3rd, despite this country not technically being in Europe. This country sent an EU application on March 3rd, despite this country not technically being in Europe. Jacob got it. It's Georgia. Good job, Jacob. The answer is Georgia. I don't think Turkey's ever going to join the European Union, right? But yes, the answer is Georgia. Number 13. On March 7th, Russia declared this European microstate was on their list of unfriendly countries, and nobody knows why. For some reason, on March 7th, Russia declared this European microstate was on their list of unfriendly countries. Hey, Skinny Legend. No one's got it yet. Oh, except EG just did. It is San Marino. Good job, EG. You've got it. The answer is San Marino. Nobody knows what San Marino did to Russia. They don't really do a lot. But yes, the answer is San Marino. Number 14. On March 27th, this country declared a state of emergency in order to persecute gangs after 3 straight days of gang violence. This led to the arrest of 53,000 gang members, creating the highest incarceration rate in the world. Acid Nutria got it first. It is El Salvador. Very good. Oh, a lot of you guys got this. The answer is El Salvador. Number 15. After this country's prime minister refused to step down following an election, tribal leaders shut down the nation's largest oil field on April 18th. Right, exactly. We're not going to talk about gang violence right now. Fear is very close. No cigar. After this country's prime minister refused to step down following an election, lost my place. There it is. Acid Nutria got it. It is Libya. Yes, the answer is Libya. Bonus question about Libya. What happened to the House of Representatives on July 2nd in Libya? In Tripoli, I assume. What happened to the House of Representatives on July 2nd? It was dissolved, not quite DR. It was attacked. You got to be more specific here. Not bombed, not a terrorist attack. They did not get kidnapped. Not quite blown up. Sacked. It wasn't a coup. Sacked is pretty close, Balerian. They walked out. No. It was not hit by a UFO. Rated as close. Ragged Ryrie. I'm looking for a specific action that was caused by a certain group of people, I suppose. They weren't robbed. At least, maybe they were a little bit. I should say it's not the people, it's the actual building. What happened to the House of Representatives building on July 2nd? Pretty much, Daryl. It was kind of a Guy Fawkes moment. They did not summon Blackpink. Fear got it. It was burned down. Yes, and LK, it was burned down. I'll take that. It was burned down by protesters. Blackpink was not in their area. Number 16. On April 26th, a Russian radio station in this country was attacked, targeting the 1,500 Russian soldiers who are stationed there as peacekeepers. Ran out of breath reading that. It's not Ukraine. I told you guys at the beginning, if you weren't here, Ukraine is not on this list. I'm waiting for it. You guys are circling it. You guys are very close. Not quite, you guys. On April 26th, a Russian radio station in this country was attacked, targeting the 1,500 Russian peacekeepers who were stationed there. It's not Peru, Travak. That would be kind of wild. You guys are awfully close. It is a country in Europe. Oh, Ditto got it. It's Moldova. Moldova, I'll take that. It's Moldova. But technically it was Transnistria, but Moldova is the answer. Let's see. Number 17. On April 27th, Bitcoin became legal tender in this country along with the CFA franc. On April 27th, Bitcoin became legal tender in this country along with the CFA franc. That's your biggest clue. The CFA franc. If you know where they use the CFA franc, you know where in the world this country is. It's not Mali, not Mauritania, but you guys are on the right track. On April 27th, Bitcoin became legal tender in this country along with the CFA franc. It's not Chad, guys, I know. The default thing to do in my trivia is just answer Chad. But it's not Chad this time. DR got it. It's the Central African Republic. The Central African Republic now uses Bitcoin as legal tender. And like I said at the beginning, there's quite a few countries, but I threw in the CFA franc part too, so that it's specific. That is the currency that they use throughout most of West Africa. Number 18. In May, Anthony Albanese became this country's new prime minister, establishing the first Labour-led government since 2013. DR got it first. It's Australia. Yes, that one is Australia. I hope I said his name answer is Australia. Number 19. In May, this country mourned the loss of its president, Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan. In May, this country mourned the loss of its president, Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan. Balerian the Black Dread got it. It is the UAE. And Skinny Legend got it too. It was the UAE, the United Arab Emirates. Number 20. On May 31st, this country submitted an official spelling change to the UN, which was granted. On May 31st, this country submitted an official spelling change to the UN. LK got it first. It is Turkey. Yes, the answer is Turkey. It's now spelled T-U with an umlaut, R-K-I-Y-E, technically. I know at least in the United States, the regular way is still correct, but in Turkey, you have to spell it just like LK put it with the umlaut over the U, T-U-R-K-I-Y-E. It's still pronounced the same, though. Number 21. A constitutional crisis began in this oceanic country in May when the cabinet suspended all the major justices of the judiciary. Constitutional crisis began in this oceanic country in May when the cabinet suspended all the major justices of the judiciary. Keep going, guys. You're on the right track. You guys heard the oceanic part and you got it. Keep going, keep going. Someone's going to get it soon. Keep going. I see you guys, but no one's got it yet. It's not Nauru, I promise you guys. It's not Nauru. Ryan got it. Good job, Ryan. It is Kiribati. Thanks. Welcome, Ryan, by the way. It is Kiribati. Suspended their basically their Supreme Court was all fired. Due to like corruption charges, they got fired one by one and were eventually replaced. So moving on to, this is number 21. I apologize. Number 21. On June 19th, this country voted in its first left-wing president, former guerrilla Gustavo Petro, along with its first black vice president, Francia Marquez. It's not Brazil. It's not Chile either. Lindozy got it. It is Colombia. Correct. The answer is Colombia. Brittle got it too. Colombia. Number 22. It is in South America. This country was struck by a 5.9 earthquake in June, killing 1,150 people. Some sad news. There's a couple sad news in here. This country was struck by a 5.9 earthquake in June. Acid Nutria got it. It's Afghanistan. Correct. The answer is Afghanistan. Number 23. Here you guys go. In June, this country's prime minister announced that the country's economy had failed, leading to massive inflation, a fuel crisis, and an energy shortage. That is Sri Lanka. Good job, Acid Nutria. This is Sri Lanka. You guys have been guessing Sri Lanka this whole time. But this one is Sri Lanka. It happened in June of 2022. Bonus question about Sri Lanka. How did President Gotabaya Rajapaksa announce his resignation to Parliament? How did President Gotabaya Rajapaksa announce his resignation to Parliament? Not through Zoom, Acid Nutria, but you're on the right track. He did escape the country, Veer. So he did flee. How did he announce it, Ryan? Not quite text, not Twitter. It was definitely not a rap song. That would have been kind of epic. Not Skype, not Telegram, not on the French Instagram. Email. There you go, Veer. He sent an email to Parliament saying he had resigned. I mean, because he had fled the country, but yeah, it was like a bad breakup email, apparently. Let's see. Number 24. In July, Soviet-era monuments were finally removed in this country as the border with Russia was strengthened. And over 30,000 Ukrainian refugees settled here in 2022. It is Estonia. Very good, Veer. The answer is Estonia. Which, why did they still have Soviet era monuments set up in 2022? I do not know, but yes. The answer is Estonia. Number 25. In laziness. In July, this country completed the Pelyasach Bridge, connecting both halves of the Dubrovnik-Neretva County. Better leave them up, that makes sense. It is Croatia. Very good, DR. The answer is Croatia. They finally got a bridge for Dubrovnik. Next question, number 26. The Constitutional Court of this country overturned the impeachment of its president, Ilir Meta. His term ended in July, and now Bajram Begaj is president. It's really hot in here. My brother-in-law thinks that our upstairs neighbors is running the heater nonstop, so it's always very, very hot in here. Even though there's literally snow outside, it was snowing all morning. No one's got it yet. The Constitutional Court of this country overturned the impeachment of its president, Ilir Meta. His term ended in July. Now Bajram Begaj is president. LK got it. It is Albania. Correct. The answer is Albania. Number 27. In September, a rail line into China from this country opened in order to become a major exporter of coal. In September, a rail line into China from this country opened in order to export coal. Veer got it. It is Mongolia. Correct. Mongolia has a huge coal mining industry, and I guess they're shipping it off to China now. Number 28. In September, this country declared itself a nuclear state. That's your biggest hint. In September, this country declared itself a nuclear state. There's like a handful of countries that can be, but which country in September said, we have nuclear weapons now? Lindozy got it first. It is North Korea. Correct. The answer is North Korea. Number 29. A UN report in September stated that this country's civil war was dangerously close to flaring up again. Not officially, Veer. Not officially. It's not Yemen. That civil war is still ongoing. A UN report stated that this country's civil war was dangerously close to flaring up again. You guys are kind of off. Think about countries that have had recent huge civil wars. I mean, there's quite a few, but it was a big one. Ditto got it. It is Syria. Correct. The answer is Syria. Number 30. On September 4th, voters rejected a constitutional referendum in this country claiming that the new constitution, supported by new President Gabriel Boric, was too left-leaning. Veer got it. It is Chile. Yes, the answer is Chile. Very good, very good. Number 31. On September 8th, this country mourned the loss of its longest reigning monarch. He is a Swiftie, and once. On September 8th, Acid Nutri got it first. It's the UK. I'm sure everyone's going to get this one. R.I.P. Lizzie. Yes. Let me get some water real quick before the next bonus question. I don't have any Red Bull today. It's flavored water today. It kind of looks like blood, but I promise you it's water with like fruit punch flavor in it. Pardon me. I'm very bubbly, as you know. Bonus question about the UK. Name the UK's 3 prime ministers of 2022. You have to say all 3. All three in one sentence. Name the UK's 3 prime ministers of 2022. Who's going to get all 3 in one? Ditto, put it in one. Okay, I'll get to Veer, Boris, Liz, and Sunak. Yes. Why is it blocking your guys's? Maybe Johnson is like, YouTube's like, why are they saying Johnson so much? Yes, Johnson, Boris Johnson, Liz Truss, and Rishi Sunak. Good job, you guys. Lost my place. Number 32. Good job, JJ. Very official looking. You got actually all their first and last names. Oh, and so did Ryan. Very good. Beaten by a lettuce. That's true. Moving on. Number 31. No, number 32. After activist Gina Amini died under mysterious circumstances on September 16th, massive anti-government protests swept this country. Looks like Acid Nutria got it first. It is Iran. Correct. The answer is Iran. I have an itch in my ear. There we go. The answer is Iran. Number 33. On September 25th, same-sex marriage and same-sex adoption were legalized in this country, making it the first Marxist-Leninist country to do so. Veer got it, it's Cuba. That was fast. The answer is Cuba. Number 34. This might be a tricky one. In October, this island nation's buses became free for all citizens. Threw in a hard one for you guys. In October, this island nation's buses became free for all citizens. I'll give that to Veer. It's Malta. Yes. Hey, Breno. The answer is Malta. If you're Maltese, you can ride the bus for free. Number 35. Veer got too excited. Yes, correct, Ryan. Liz Truss has served the shortest term as Prime Minister in the history of the UK. Malta is in the Caribbean, Jade. It's a beautiful place. Oh my gosh. Number 35. In October, a prison riot killed 16, including drug lord Leonardo Netron, aka El Patron. The UN declared that this country's prison system could be violating human rights. In October, a prison riot killed 16, including a very famous drug lord, and then the UN declared that this country's prison system could be violating human rights. It's not Mexico. It is Ecuador. Very good. Acid Nutria. The answer is Ecuador. Number 36. On October 4th, the national power grid failed, plunging this entire country into an 8-hour blackout. On October 4th, the national power grid failed, plunging the entire country into an 8-hour blackout. Something Lebanon would do, but it's not Lebanon. Not the USA. If the entire United States had a blackout for 8 hours, that would be a crisis. It's not the USA. The entire country blacked out for 8 hours. That's wild to me. No one's got it yet, but I see you guys. I was reading about it. This country was, I'll give that to Skinny Legend. It's Bangladesh. Close enough, Skinny Legend. The answer is Bangladesh. They had been working very hard to have the country at 100% electricity, which apparently they achieved, only for it to fail not long after. Moving on. Number 37. On October 22nd, this country's first female prime minister, Giorgia Meloni, was sworn in. She leads the country's right-wing political party. NASA Nutri got it first. It is Italy. Correct. The answer is Italy. Number 38. In November, it was revealed that this country has secret executions for drug offenders, beheading 17 people with swords within 10 days. It's not, there's no repeats, so it's not Iran or El Salvador. DR got it at first. It is Saudi Arabia. Correct. The answer is Saudi Arabia. Bonus question about Saudi Arabia. Women were granted the right to do this legal action in 2022. Women were granted the right to do this legal action. It's not drive. I think Ethan got it. It's divorce. They're legally allowed to divorce now. I think the driving was a couple of years ago, but divorce is the answer. Number 39. In November, this country announced it will upload a digital version of itself to the metaverse in order to preserve it in case rising sea levels destroy the country. Acid Nutri got it. It's Tuvalu. Correct. The answer is Tuvalu. Apparently, at some point this year, you can go on the metaverse and visit Tuvalu. Yeah, interesting, right? Number 40. On November 2nd, I have no idea. On November 2nd, this country and the Tigrayan rebel forces agreed to a cessation of hostilities, hopefully ending 5 years of civil war. Hi, Farouk. Good to see you again. And DR got it first. It is Ethiopia. Correct. It is Ethiopia. Happy New Year, Farouk. Number 41. In December, this country voted to remove its president, Pedro Castillo, who was later arrested after trying to flee the Mexican embassy. This country now has its first female president, Dina Boluarte. And DR got it. It is Peru. Correct. The answer is Peru. Number 42. On December 24th, just a few weeks ago, Sitiveni Rabuka was elected prime minister 35 years after leading a coup that overthrew the monarchy and governor general. On December 24th, Sitiveni Rabuka was elected prime minister of this country 35 years after leading a coup that overthrew the monarchy and governor general. There are a lot of southern or female leaders in Latin America and South America right now. It's not Chad. Your big hint there was overthrowing the monarchy and governor general. If you know what the governor general is, at this time it was the representative for Queen Elizabeth II. So think former British colonies. That's the big hint you're supposed to take out of that. 35 years ago, there was a coup that overthrew the monarchy of this country. Ooh, Balerian got it. It's Fiji. Yes, the answer is Fiji. Correct. Good job, big old dragon. Balerian the Black. That's so cool. I've got a cool dragon in my chat. Number 43. Russian oligarchs fled extradition by hiding out on their mega yachts in this country. Russian oligarchs fled extradition by hiding out on their mega yachts in this country. Good guesses here, but not quite. Apparently, this country does not have extradition laws with the U.S., and therefore all of the United States' allies. So that's why the various oligarchs now live on yachts in this country. No one's even close yet. Nobody's even close. I'll let you know that it is an island nation. It's an island nation. One that very, very rich people tend to frequent. Okay, it's not in the Caribbean. I'll give you guys that. It's not a Caribbean nation. Those are all. Ooh, Veer got it. It's the Maldives. Correct. The answer is the Maldives. Not the worst place to hide out in the world, right? Number 44. Sadly, 153 people died in a crush at a Halloween celebration in this country. Correct. It is South Korea. I'll give that to Acid Nutria and Ditto, I suppose, but it's South Korea, the answer. Number 45. At the World Cup, this country became the first African Arab team to reach the semifinals. At the World Cup, this country became the first African Arab team to reach semifinals. Veer got it. It is Morocco. Very good, Veer. And everyone else, too. The answer is Morocco. Try not to include too many World Cup questions in this because I knew you guys would just know them all immediately because there's so many sports fans that follow my channel. Number 46. After 11 months of political deadlock, protesters storming government buildings, and mass parliamentary resignations, Mohammed Shia al-Sudani took the office of Prime Minister, along with Kurdish President Abdul Latif Rashid. That was a long one. It is Iraq. Very good, DR. The answer is Iraq. Their president has to be Kurdish. That was your big hint. Number 47. This country's women's football team won the Women's Africa Cup of Nations, beating Morocco 2-1. This country's women's football team. There's 55 questions here. 55 countries. This country's women's football team won the Women's Africa Cup of Nations, beating Morocco 2-1. No one's got it yet, but obviously you got the big hint that it is in Africa. Obviously. Oh, sorry, JJ got it. It is South Africa. Good job, JJ. I almost missed it. But yes, it is South Africa. Number 48. This country took in 6.9 million Ukrainian refugees. This country took in 6.9 million Ukrainian refugees. Ditto got it. It is Poland. Correct. The answer is Poland. And a bonus question about Poland. What sport is Poland's men's national team now ranked number 1 in the world? That was kind of phrased really weirdly, but what sport does their men's national team in the sport now rank number 1 in the world? No one's got it yet. Keep guessing. It's not handball, but that's a pretty good guess. Not sledding, not curling. I think curling's always going to be Canada. Farouk got it. It is volleyball. Good job, Farouk. The answer is volleyball. The number 1 men's volleyball team in the world. It's in Poland. Number 49. Weeks after a cyclone devastated this island nation, Cyclone Batsirai caused even further destruction and displacement. More sad news. After a cyclone devastated this island nation, Cyclone Batsirai caused even further destruction and displacement. There's some good guesses in here, but you guys aren't even close. Haiti gets hurricanes, not cyclones. Remember, cyclones only occur in a certain part of the world. It's not the Philippines. They get hit with so many cyclones, so leave them alone for once. Not Vietnam, not Sri Lanka. No more Sri Lanka in this game. Like I said, I've picked 55 countries, so this is number 49, so it's not been mentioned yet. Weeks after a cyclone devastated this island nation, Cyclone Batsirai caused even further destruction and displacement. You guys are kind of off. You guys are forgetting like one big island. Like a big island. Hey, happy squirrels. Enjoy listening. That's okay. I'm glad that I'm good background noise for you guys. Not Australia. It's not Hawaii. Do they get cyclones there? I know they get big old storms, but Valerian got it. It's Madagascar. The answer is Madagascar. Good job, Valerian the Black Dread. I still can't get over that. Number. Oof, that was my brother-in-law. Anyway, that made me jump. Number 50. At the Olympics, the men's hockey team of this country won gold after an undefeated victory against Russia. I'm waiting for it. There we go. Veer got it. It's Finland. Good job, Veer. I knew you would get that one. The answer is Finland. Their men's hockey team was undefeated in the Olympics, and they won the gold. Bonus question about Finland, which is not about their presidential scandal, even though that was kind of rad. And worlds, yes. What organization did the parliament vote to join as soon as possible? What organization did the Finland parliament vote to join as soon as possible? And Veer got it. Of course, it is NATO. Ooh, a lot of you guys got it. It is NATO. Veer's our resident Finn, so Veer has to get that one. It is NATO. Number 51. Brother and sister Bongbong Marcos and Sara Duterte were elected president and vice president, respectively. Yes, Finland and Sweden, correct. DR got it. It's the Philippines, correct. The answer is the Philippines. Who knows what that administration will bring for the country, if you know Filipino history, but moving on to number 52. Okay. 40,000 Boko Haram surrendered to this government, hopefully ending over 10 years of violence against Christians in the northern region. There I am. I was frozen for a minute there. I don't know if you guys saw that. I just realized that I meant to DR got it. It's Nigeria. A lot of you guys got it too. That one was kind of an easy one. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. That was on me. It super lagged. Oh, thank you, E.T. Be sure to hit that like button today. Yeah, I think it's better now. I don't know what happened. Maybe an airplane flew over or something. I don't know. Maybe my neighbor. Who knows? But it's over now. Number 53. After Imran Khan lost a vote of no confidence, Shehbaz Sharif replaced him as prime minister of this country. DR got it. It's Pakistan. Yes, another easy one for you guys. It is Pakistan. Number 54. This country added Swahili to its mandatory school curriculum in 2022. This country added Swahili to its mandatory school curriculum this last year, 2022. It's not Kenya. There's only so many countries that speak Swahili. So Kenya is a country that speaks Swahili, but I think they already taught it in school. I'm pretty sure. My tummy just rumbled so bad. It's not Eswatini, guys. Not Tanzania. Not Mozambique. It's Uganda. Good job, Ryan. Hey, Ryan. It is Uganda. And last question, number 55. A United Nations report on religious minorities in this country said there's only one Jewish person remaining in the entire country. A United Nations report on religious minorities in this country said there's only one Jewish person remaining in the entire country. I don't know how to give you guys a hint. It's a country that has a lot of conflict with its religious minorities, I suppose, including Judaism. Yeah. It is Yemen. Good job, Veer. The answer is Yemen. The report said that there's probably a lot of Jews in hiding, like practicing Islam on the outside. That does sound really similar about Afghanistan, but this is a report in 2022 by the UN said this. A lot of Jewish people have fled. They haven't been like massacred. They fled the country. That's why. Oh, that's right. I did talk about this in the Yemen video. True did. All right. And that category is done. I already started writing trivia for next week. But we're going to dive into, put this away. Okay. We're going to dive into the Lonely Planet trivia book. Because I finished the book. All the pages are filled out. Thank you, Acid Nutria. Please hit the like button if you could. I'd appreciate that very much. The more people that like the video, the more the algorithm spreads it around. Glad you're enjoying it. All right. So this next quiz is just general knowledge, geography, travel, history kinds of things. Thank you, Farouk. The Ponte Vecchio is a famous bridge in which Italian city? The Ponte Vecchio is a famous bridge in which Italian city? It is not Venice. Unless I'm very wrong. It's Florence. Let me double check that. You guys all put Venice, and now I'm like doubting myself. Good night, Skinny Legend. I'm like pretty sure it's Florence. Yes, it is Florence. It's in Firenze, as Mandy J in the old days. Consisting of a slight bow performed with the palms pressed together, the Y is a traditional greeting or farewell in which Asian country? DR went to both cities in the same week. Lucky you. The Y is a greeting in which Asian country? Oh, spam caller just tried to call me. It is Thailand. Pretty Garf got it. The answer is Thailand. Not doing numbers. In what European city did the writer Mary Shelley first conceive of the story for her novel Frankenstein? And if you've read the book, a lot of the book takes place in this city. It is Geneva. Good job, Acid Nutria. The answer is Geneva. Thank you, Daniel. In 2018, the African country of Swaziland changed its official name to what? Yeah, Lake Geneva. There's a large part of the book at Lake Geneva. It is Eswatini. Good job. DR got it first, but I know all you guys are going to get that because I'm pretty sure like majority of my channel subscribers are up to date on name changes around the world, including Eswatini. Next. The 16th century artist Domenicos Theotokopoulos is better known by which name, a reference to his place of birth? Good job, DR. It's El Greco. Much easier to say. The Greek, El Greco. Next question. Gomez Sabsi. Yes, I'm reading a book. It's Lonely Planet's Ultimate Travel Quiz book. Gomez Sabsi, Zeresh Polo, and Faluda are all dishes from which Middle Eastern country? Kamal already got it. It's Iran. Good job, Kamal. Here's one everyone's going to get, so get ready. Tripoli is the capital of which North African country? What country's capital is Tripoli? DR got it first. It's Libya. Very good. The answer is Libya. Which country's coat of arms and football shirts features a red and white checkerboard pattern? Don't worry about spelling, Ryan. It's okay. I'm sure someone's going to get this quick. It's partly a football question. Yep, Veer got it. It's Croatia. Yes. Oh, look at all these Croatians coming in. Very good. Don't worry about caps, Acid Nutria. It's okay. The answer is Croatia. Next question. In what Southeast Asian city could you see the Emerald Buddha? In what Southeast Asian city could you see the Emerald Buddha? I showed a picture of it in my country video. So it is Bangkok. Good job, DR. The answer is Bangkok. Well, not. I just have very, very smart viewers. It is Bangkok. The meringue is a music and dance that originated in which Caribbean country? I don't know if they say merengue or meringue. I think meringue is a pie. So the merengue originated in the Dominican Republic. Good job, DR. The Dominican Republic. Let's see. The Golden Boy of Pie Corner is a small gilded statue in London that commemorates the end of what event in 1666? The Great Fire. Good job, DR. The answer is the Great Fire of London. Next. The novelist Mario Vargas Llosa is from what South American country? Dear God, it's Peru. Very good, DR. That was awfully fast. Peru is the answer. Next question. The private house known as Falling Water, built over a waterfall in rural Pennsylvania, was the work of which renowned 20th century U.S. architect? Which architect built Falling Water in Pennsylvania? DR, you guys are going too fast. There you go. DR got it. It's Frank Lloyd Wright. Very good. Look at all these Frank Lloyd Wrights. Hey, Jazz, welcome. Good to see you. Oh, it's just on PBS. That's so cool. All right. This is Can You Name Three, but I'm going to allow you to pick one at a time because they're kind of long answers. Can you name the 3 museums in the South Kensington district of London that were established in the wake of and largely with funds from the Great Exhibition of 1851? What 3 museums in London? The Victoria and Albert is one of them, the V&A. The Natural History Museum is another. Good job, L. We've got the Victoria and Albert. We've got the Natural History Museum. Pretty Garf got all 3. The Natural History, the I think you mean the V&A, not the B&W, and the Science Museum. The Science Museum's the 3rd. And DR's the author of the book. Yes, it's the Natural History Museum, the Science Museum, and the Victoria and Albert Museum. I love the Victoria and Albert Museum. So cool. Yeah, B&W. I knew she meant Pretty Garf. Next question. Pohutukawa trees, also known as Christmas trees because of their bright red flowers, and iron trees, are found in what country? So in what country? Oh, Jazz got it. It's New Zealand. Very good, Jazz. The answer is New Zealand. During the twice yearly equinoxes, a shadow is cast on the steps of the pyramid at Chichen Itza, resembling what animal? A snake. Good job, Ditto. The answer is a snake. Very sacred animal to those people. Found in the rainforests of Sumatra, what is a Rafflesia arnoldii? What is a Rafflesia? It's a stinky flower. I'll give you that, DR. It is the world's largest flower and one of the very smelliest, stinky flowers that smells like dead bodies or rotting meat, however you want to describe it. When people ask me what's my favorite flower, I don't know because I love all flowers, so I just say Rafflesia. Let's see. What was the name of the ancient Greek galley, often used as a warship powered by 3 banks of oars? What was the name of the ancient Greek galley, often used as a warship powered by 3 banks of oars? That's your biggest clue. Trireme. There you go. The answer is trireme. I was about to say Corvus. That's a crow. That's a bird. Yes. Corvus is Roman. Oh, okay, never mind. In what Scandinavian city would you find the Viking Ship Museum? In what Scandinavian city? Oh, Should you find the Viking ship museum? It is Oslo. Veer got it. The answer is Oslo. It's funny how Assassin's Creed comes up so often in my chat. Like, oh, I learned that from Assassin's Creed. Anyway, Sphere is very happy when we have a Scandinavian question. What was the cruise liner sunk by the Germans in 1915 that led to the United States entering the First World War in 1917? I just realized this page is category ships and boats. Hence, Trireme, the Viking ships, and the Lusitania. Very good, DR. The Lusitania is the answer. Don't worry, Ella wasn't Swedish. It was Norwegian. Ireland has a Viking museum. That's cool. Let's see. What was the ship in 1620 that sailed from Plymouth, England, to what would become Plymouth, Massachusetts, carrying 102 colonists known as the Pilgrim Fathers? And DR got it first. It is the Mayflower. Yes, the Mayflower is the answer. 1620 and ship, yeah. If you're in America, that is like drilled into your head. It's like a 7-year-old in school. What is the Khufu ship? What is the Khufu ship? What is the Khufu ship? Any guesses about the Khufu ship? It is Egyptian. Good job, Rayan and DR. There's something about it's an ancient Egyptian boat. Where was it buried? It's not the ship to the afterlife. It's a real ship that was found in Egypt. Where did they find it? That's the big thing. The Khufu ship. If you know who Khufu was, you know where the ship was. With the pharaoh, not with the pharaoh. In the pyramid, good job, DR. In the Great Pyramid, underneath the Great Pyramid, they found a full-sized ship. Pretty cool. Pretty wild. Next question. What was the name of... Oh, Acid Nutria said it first. I'm so sorry. Anyway, it survived for that long, apparently, Ryan. Not Noah's Ark sized. Like enough to sail down the Nile kind of ship. What was the name of the 1906 British battleship that was regarded as so powerful it became a synonym for all battleships? The Dreadnought. Very good, DR. It's the HMS Dreadnought, which is not how we spell it in America, I don't think, but Dreadnought. What is the sci-fi sounding name of the world's first nuclear-powered aircraft carrier operated by the U.S. from 1961 to 2012? I think Dreadnought is like no fear, like not any dread. Acid Nutria got it first. It's the USS Enterprise. Yes, the Enterprise. Anyway, I love Star Trek Next Generation. On what ship did Sir Francis Drake sail all the way around the world from 1577 to 1580? From my understanding, this is hammered in the head of every child in the UK at age 7. It's the Golden Hind. Very good, pretty Garf. The answer is the Golden Hind. The Beagle was Darwin, but the Golden Hind was Drake's. He sailed up to San Francisco Bay, too, in the Golden Hind. What was the name of the Greenpeace ship sunk by French forces in New Zealand in 1987? The Rainbow Warrior. Good job, DR. The answer is the Rainbow Warrior. What was the ship that carried Captain Scott and his team on their ill-fated 1910 to 1912 expedition to Antarctica? Don't worry, Veer, you're doing awesome. What was Captain Scott's ship called? It's the Terra Nova. Good job, DR. The answer is the Terra Nova. I think the Endurance was Shackleton's ship, right? I'm not sure. But apparently, yes, Endurance was Shackleton. Okay. Um, what is the Trieste's claim to fame? The Trieste, I should say, is a submersible. How did it become famous? How did the Trieste submersible become world famous? Yeah. The deepest dive. I'll give that to Veer. It dove to the bottom of the Mariana Trench. It's the deepest anything man made has ever gone into the ocean. Let's see. I'm going to skip this one. The world's oldest naval vessel still afloat, the USS Constitution, was named in 1797 by which president? Which president named the USS Constitution? They found a plastic bag down there. That's crazy. And it was Washington. Good job, TR. The answer is George Washington. That's crazy that it's still afloat. It's named by George Washington. Now a preserved museum ship in Portsmouth, England, HMS Victory was the flagship of which British naval hero at the Battle of Trafalgar? Oh, cool. DR lives near the USS Constitution. It is Lord Nelson. I'll give it to DR. Lord Horatio Nelson. Very easy one. What was the name of the raft on which the Norwegian explorer Tor Heyerdahl sailed for over 6,900 kilometers from South America to Polynesia in 1947? DR already got it. It's the Kon-Tiki. Yes, the Kon-Tiki. Let's see. What was the name of the ship discovered in 1872, adrift and abandoned in the Atlantic Ocean off the Azores? I have no idea, said Nutria. DR got it. It's the Mary Celeste. Yes, the answer is the Mary Celeste. 3 more ship questions, so don't worry. The long paddled racing boats known as dragon boats originated in what country? Veer, the story of the Mary Celeste is crazy. You should look it up. It's an interesting story. Where did dragon boats originate from? You would think Singapore because they have a huge dragon boat race, but they came from China. There you go, Acid Nutria. The answer is China. A couple countries have dragon boat races, but I'm pretty sure Singapore is one of the biggest ones. Titanic had 2 sister ships. Britannic was one. What was the name of the other? So it was the Titanic, the Britannic, and the blank. Emily's here, and they got it. It's the Olympic. JJ also says someone's deleting my answers. Well, it isn't me. I promise you. I do not know. I have no idea. But the answer is the Olympic. And what ship is best known for rescuing survivors of the Titanic after the disaster? YouTube is sabotaging. I'm sorry. I can't do anything about that. It is the Carpathia. Good job, DR. The answer is the Carpathia. Okay, back to general knowledge questions. The Wellcome Collection in London is a museum and library devoted to what? The Wellcome Collection in London is a museum and library dedicated to what? It is certain objects. Science. Pretty Garf typed Mary Rose 4 times. Ooh, Graham, good job. It is medical history. Good guess, ditto there. But the answer is the book says medical artifacts. So medical history is correct. Next question. Mexico is the world's leading producer of which vegetable? A particular favorite with the modern generation. Mexico is the world's leading producer of which vegetable? Acid Nutri got it. It's the avocado. Yes, the avocado. I'm not a big avocado person. I like guacamole, but not a big avocado person. Apparently, avocado is not a fruit. Let's see. Which Australian state has the largest population? It is overrated. It's very watery. It is not Queensland. It is New South Wales. So that goes to DR. New South Wales is the answer, but most of you got that too. New South Wales. Hey, girl and Ellen. What is the world's most biodiverse country, home to approximately 10% of all land-living species? What is the world's most biodiverse country? It is Brazil. Elle got that one. The answer is Brazil. Let's see. What is the name of the 4,500-kilometer road that runs, albeit unpaved for large sections, through the desert between Lagos in Nigeria and Algiers in Tunisia? What's the name of the road that goes from Lagos to Algiers? It's a big bubble. I was trying to hold that in. DR got it. It's the Trans-Saharan Road. Trans-Saharan Road. Goes through the desert. Is it Route 1? It reminds me of like Pokemon. But yes, the Trans-Saharan Highway is what the book was looking for. Built in the 5th century CE on top of a massive column of rock, the Sigiriya Fortress is in which South Asian country? Where can you find Sigiriya Fortress? A place that, when I was researching this country, I learned about Sigiriya. It's like, oh, I want to go there so bad. It looks so neat. It is in Sri Lanka. DR got it. It is Sri Lanka. What is the name of the Brazilian martial art that combines fighting with elements of dancing and acrobatics? Hello, Polly. It's capoeira. Veer got it. Capoeira is the answer. In what French city was Joan of Arc burnt at the stake in 1431? Not Orleans, that's where she was born. She's from Orleans. Where was she burned at the stake? She was burned at the stake. Not Saint-Denis. It's not Provence. Not Rheims. It's Rouen. Veer got that one. It was in Rouen. Rouen. In what state is the U.S. presidential retreat Camp David located? Where is Camp David? It is in Maryland. Good job, DR. The answer is Maryland. Let's see. What country has the largest amount of cork forest in the world? What country has the largest amount of cork forest in the world? DR got it. It's Portugal. Yes, the answer is Portugal. Very, very famous for its cork. Captain Matthew Webb, the first person to swim the English Channel unaided in 1875, died while trying to swim what other well-known body of water? Like, corks in wine bottles, they make it from the tree bark of cork trees. Niagara Falls is the answer. Good job, Veer. It is Niagara Falls. Yeah, cork is a tree. They make cork stoppers in wine bottles. This one has 3 answers to it, so feel free to put one at a time or all 3, because this one's interesting. During the annual festival of Naadam in Mongolia, competitors take part in what 3 traditional games of men? What are the 3 sports that they do at the Naadam in Mongolia? Wrestling is one, archery is another. Wrestling, archery, and horse riding. Yes, so that looks like Acid Nutria and Veer. Wrestling, horse riding, and archery. Yes. DR put kissing and suplexing. Very funny. But yes, it is wrestling, horse racing, and archery. A picture of what features on the flag of Cambodia? What is featured on the flag of Cambodia? Yeah, it does sound very Mongolian. And DR got it first. It is Angkor Wat. Yes, it is the Temple of Angkor Wat. What blah? The name of which European country means Black Mountain? What European country's name means Black Mountain? It is Montenegro. Good job. DR got it first. The answer is Montenegro. Everyone got this one. That one's kind of easy. Seen as one of England's finest examples of Georgian architecture, in what city would you find the Royal Crescent? This is for any UK people who might be up at 1 in the morning watching this. It is in Bath. Pretty Garf got it. It is in Bath. Get another sip of water. All right. What links the 6th Olympic Games of 1916 and the 12th Olympic Games of 1940? Here we go. What do the Olympic Games of 1916 and the Olympic Games of 1940 have in common? DR got it. They were canceled. Yes, they were canceled. Good job, everybody. What is the name of the inland delta in Botswana that provides a home to a vast variety of wildlife, including elephants, lions, rhinos, hippos, and crocodiles? And DR got it. It is the Okavango Delta. Sorry, I was trying to read your notes, your chats while reading the question. That's very hard. Good night, pretty Garf. Your alarm's going off in 3 hours. I hope you get a good 3 hours of sleep. Let's see. With an average of just 1.914 people per square kilometer, what is the least densely populated country on Earth? What is the least densely populated country? It is Mongolia. DR got it. The answer is Mongolia. How did so many of you guys get Mongolia? It's just a fact that people know. And last one on this page. What European country has 3 presidents, each with equal status? What European country has 3 presidents, each with equal status? I don't know if it's lagging. Oh, I think it's lagging. Here we go. It's not Germany. It's Bosnia and Herzegovina. Good job, girl. NLN. The answer is Bosnia and Herzegovina has 3 presidents from each major ethnic group. All right. I think I'm going to end it after this page. I can see it's starting to lag. I need to stretch. And my butt's getting sore sitting on this. I'm not sitting on a pillow this time. So, last page. The topic is islands. So every question will have to do with islands. Number 1, do not say Australia, but what is the largest island in the world? Australia is considered a continent. So what is the largest island in the world? Yeah, it's lagging. Looks like DR got it first. It is Greenland, and everyone else got it too. The answer is Greenland. What is the largest island in the Mediterranean Sea? What is the largest island in the Mediterranean Sea? DR got it. It's Sicily. Yes, Cecilia, says Polly. Sicily is the answer. What is the name of the largest island in Japan where the capital Tokyo is located? This gets asked like every trivia night. What's the largest island in Japan? And DR got it first. It is Honshu. Yes, the answer is Honshu. So bubbly. To what country does the Pacific island of Tahiti belong? What country controls Tahiti. And it's blood. I need to go out in the snow. Acid Nutria got it first. It is France. The answer is France. On which island was Napoleon Bonaparte born? On which island was Napoleon Bonaparte born? Sorry, DR. DR got that one. It is Corsica. I'm just reading them as they come up in my chat, so you might be typing it first, but DR's typing it at the same time, JJ. But yes, Corsica is where Napoleon was born. And the next question is, what island did Napoleon die on? Where did Napoleon die? Veer got that, I guess. St. Helena, yes. St. Helena is where Napoleon died. Yeah. Good job. Hey, Federico is here. Steel drums were invented on which Caribbean island nation? I got this way wrong when I did this trivia. Oh, DR got it. It's Trinidad. Very good. It was invented in Trinidad and Tobago. I thought it was Jamaica for sure, but apparently they were invented in Trinidad and Tobago. Big Island is a common name for the largest island in what U.S. archipelago? It is Hawaii. Jazz got that one first. The answer is Hawaii. All right. This one is a 3-part answer, but I need all 3 countries because I know you guys are smart and you guys know this. The world's 3rd largest island, Borneo, is divided between what 3 nations? Pretty Garf, I thought you were going to bed. So what 3 nations share the island of Borneo? And DR got it, it's Brunei, Malaysia, and Indonesia. See, I knew you guys would get this, no problem. As a Nutri got it, Polly got it, Girl, and Ellen got it. Good job, you guys. Yeah, I'm definitely getting a lag. There we go. It's okay, Pretty Garf. Which is the largest of the Balearic Islands? I've heard Balearic and Balearic. It might be a language thing. I don't know. It is Majorca. DR got it. Majorca is the answer. It is Majorca. That's a good question, DR. How many words per minute can you type? Because I'm typically around 75 to 80. So I'm sure if I were playing along, I would be firing off rapid fire answers too. But yeah. What is the name of the small island immediately south of Ibiza? The 17th German state, yes, that's a Nutria. What's the small island immediately south of Ibiza? Minorca is next to Majorca. Minorca is the one next to Majorca. What's the one next to Ibiza? Grab some water real quick. Oh, sorry about that, Emily. You get answers pretty quickly, though. I had to take, well, I didn't have to take, but my mom forced me to take it's called keyboarding. There we go. Veer got it. It's Formentera. Formentera. Good job. So I didn't want to take it, but I'm so glad she forced me to. In what ocean would you find North Sentinel Island, part of the Andaman Islands, home to a small isolated tribe who have no contact with the outside world? It is the Indian Ocean. Good job, DR. And everyone else, that's kind of an easy one. The answer is the Indian Ocean. Antananarivo is the capital of which Indian Ocean island nation? What island nation's capital is Antananarivo? DR got it, it's Madagascar. Speaking of typing, I love Madagascar because you can type the M and then the rest is with your left hand. It's so cool. I love typing Madagascar. Christmas Island, the Ashmore and Cartier Islands, and the Cocos Keeling Islands are all island territories of which country? Dear God, it's Australia. I'm starting to sweat now. The answer is Australia. Everyone else pretty much got this too. What is the largest island in the Caribbean? What is the largest island in the Caribbean? Who gets it first? This one's kind of easy. DR got it first. It is Cuba. The answer is Cuba. Yeah, definitely getting a lag, but that's okay. We're gonna. If you're just trying to see a lot of new people joining, I'm gonna wrap this up pretty quickly because I'm getting lag and I need to stretch my body. It's getting really stiff and uncomfortable. A UNESCO World Heritage Site and major tourist destination. What is the name of the small island off the coast of Normandy, which can be reached only via a narrow bridge, and which used to be cut off from the mainland completely at high tide? DR got it. It's Mont Saint Michel. Yes, it is Mont Saint Michel. Not to mention my new video comes out in half an hour, and it's a Greek mythology video, so I'm sure you guys want to check that out. Good job, Maryam, as well. Saint Michel, Mont Saint Michel. What's the capital of the Maldives? What's the capital of the Maldives? It is Male. Good job, DR. The answer is Male. 2 more questions. The bitter orange flavored liquor Curacao is named after an island of the same name, which lies off the coast of which country? That was a long-winded question. You all answered before I finished. There you go. Venezuela is the answer. DR got it first. The answer is Venezuela. All right, last question. The 4,884 meter Puncak Jaya, the world's tallest island mountain, can be found on what island? On what island can you find Puncak Jaya? It is New Guinea. Good job, DR. The answer is New Guinea. Okay, that's going to be it for tonight, guys. I know it's a little shorter than usual, but I'm very stiff. My body's sore. I need to go stretch for sure. And yeah, you're very welcome. So I will be here same time next week. The topic of the first half is going to be biographies. So I'm going to be giving you like a little description of a person from history. You have to tell me who it is. So if you want to study up, there you go. So same time next week, I will be here. And thank you all so much for participating and joining along. You're very welcome, everybody. And I will see you all next week. Enjoy the videos. Thanks, Amanda. Enjoy my videos coming out this week. Good night, guys. I found some really cool books at the library I'm going to record tonight, and you're going to see them Thursday and Friday. So you're welcome, guys. Have a very good night. Bye-bye.